Hey guys, zoidbergenstein here with a series of videos chronicling NUC's journey from brand new World of Tanks team all the way to as far through the WGLNA as we can make it. In today's match, we're going to be moving to Week 3 of the WGLNA Preseason on NUC against a potential disaster. Now, in Week 3, the majority of the team was actually in Boston for PAX, so most of us were playing on the tournaments that PAX was really great about providing us to play on. That means that we're going to be watching Lost, who also plays 5100, but as you'll see, his style is a little bit different than mine. Because we played a potential disaster in Week 1 of the preseason, we know a little bit about the style they like to play. They pushed us very aggressively in Week 1, so we're expecting to see that again. Now, the team comps are very similar to Himmelsdorf as well. We have two 5100s, two IS-3s, and a 1390, so the only difference in our team composition is we've replaced our third IS-3 with the 1390. They're running the exact same team composition that they ran against us in Week 1. The reason we run that extra 1390 is we really feel like he can do a great job moving into the field and spotting rail. You'll see we do position him on the rail just to get a couple early spots, and then we'll move him into the field to make sure that they're not pushing, and it gives us the ability to push that 1390 and a 5100 down the field and try and get some back shots on them if they're not pushing into us. Knowing that they did push us so hard on Himmelsdorf, we are prepared for that, so we don't want to send Sarah too far out, and we do actually have that T1 over on the GH line proc spotting in that little courtyard. He picks up those spots, so we know that they're hard pushing us. This is best case scenario for us right now. We're set up in a very effective crossfire. If they push into that courtyard, we really feel very confident that we'll be able to burn them down, getting a lot more angles to shoot in on them than they have to shoot out on us. If they move down the 4 line into that outside courtyard, we again have a great crossfire. We can burn them down a lot faster than they can do anything to us. Like I always mention, one of the very important things when running an autoloader comp is making sure that we get early tank kills. We have one tank down to 65% HP, one tank down to 72%, and another tank there at 100. Normally you would think, let's go for that 62% tank, but they've positioned themselves in such a way that we don't really have that. Lost does peek for it because he knows that's the tank that we want to kill, but we see that Voodoo in just a moment is going to overextend. We're going to get a couple big hits on him, and he's the tank that needs to die. Even if he is a little bit higher, we know that we just have to get tank kills, so we do move in on him from every angle we can, and we pick up the kill on him. When we're engaging Voodoo, we do something that we refer to as trading aggro, which is actually an MMO term. And what we mean by that is Lost is going to move in and he's going to take a shot. Once Voodoo sees that Lost is shooting at him, he has to move his barrel to engage Lost. Now, Lost sees that that barrel is coming towards him, so he's going to back off and he's going to let somebody else come in from a different side and take a shot. Voodoo is going to have to realize that he's being shot from another angle. He's going to turn his barrel and he's going to look at the other guy. As soon as he turns his barrel to look at the other guy will back off and Lost can move back in and start taking shots. This makes it very, very difficult for him to put out any damage on us in that engagement. While I was explaining trading aggro, we did end up seeing an opportunity to push. The reason we did that is we knew that that tank was up there in the D5 area. He wasn't going to have great shots on us if we just push into those guys. So we push, we make sure that we get those kills, we get our autoloaders into reloads, and then we run away. We do lose my 5100 during this push, but we really feel like, that's a great trade. We've got them down 4 tier 8s, we lost 1, so now we just have to finish that last tier 8, who was really very separated in that fight and couldn't get much damage in the entire time. With this much of an advantage, we're really just playing it safe at this point. We're going to allow Lost to get into his final reload, and then we're going to move together as a team onto their cap. Now, he is playing 5100, so he does have a lot of spike damage there. Remember, he's got 6 shots at 300 damage apiece, so that's 1800 damage in his magazine. But then he's got a 48-second reload. That means that all we have to do is march our 4 remaining tier 8s onto the flag, sit there, force him to engage in us. He can kill 1, maybe 2 of our tanks, but then during that 48-second reload, he will not have enough damage to keep us from capping. So we just move right down there, start capping, and know that we've got this locked up. The main difference maker in this match was the fact that in this initial engagement, we had 5 tanks ready to crossfire their team as they pushed in, and they only brought 4 tanks to the fight. They left that 5100 back in case we made some sort of push, but in the spot that they chose to engage, he really didn't have any support on where we were set up. So for the majority of the fight, we were in a 4 versus 5 in our favor, and then we survived a lot of tanks into this last fight, and are going to be able to burn him down very easily. Lost takes that first shot, hits the second shot, and gets that ammo rack, and that's going to be the match. I hope you guys enjoyed this match breakdown video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. You can leave comments down there in the comment section as well. I always get back to them answering why we do stuff or maybe what we were trying to do. You can also follow me on Twitter at zoidbergenstein, and I post about my upcoming YouTube stuff and upcoming World of Tanks stuff. Anyways guys, thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next match commentary video.